Can Ilia Topuria take himself to the next level? We're going to find out on Saturday. He will be taking on Josh Emmett. This will be, in my opinion, a title eliminator. Or no, actually no, it won't. This is pretty much what we're seeing right here is Josh Emmett. He's close to 40 years old, and he's coming from a loss by submission against Yair Rodriguez. So I think Josh Emmett now has become like a gatekeeper at 145, and this will be a test for Ilia Topuria. This fight has to be a win or die. Either you win or you go home for Ilia Topuria. This fight will pretty much, will be a statement depending how it goes, right? Ilia Topuria has to go in and finish this guy. He has to smash him. He has to demonstrate what he did against Bryce Mitchell. He has to break Josh Emmett, and I believe he can do it. There's other channels out there that they think this fight's a 50-50. Hell no. There is no way this fight is a 50-50. Ilia Topuria is like, a lot of you guys won't agree, or maybe some of you guys might, but Ilia Topuria, guys, he's like a mini Khamzat Chimaev. Like, he's hungry, and he's a very well-rounded fighter. He has knockout power. For the size that this guy has, he stands like 5'7", and he's had fights at 155, and he's knocked guys out at 155, or he knocked that one guy out that was like 6'2". He knocked him out. So he has knockout power, and on top of that, his wrestling. Are you kidding me? His wrestling is like one of the best. I mean, the guy is, he comes from the Caucasus area. He's Georgian and Spanish, but he moved to Spain when he was like 14, so he's technically Georgian, right? And he comes from a Greco-Roman wrestling background. That's what he did when he was a kid, and then he learned grappling in Spain. He got his black belt in Spain, and I think he became the first, or one of the first, like Georgian men to get a black belt. So I'm telling you, this kid he's a talent. He's a prodigy. He reminds me of Khamzat Chimaev, believe it or not, and I'm excited. I'm gonna tell you guys now, this is my favorite fighter in the UFC, because Ilia Topuria reminds me of Conor McGregor. He reminds me of McGregor. You know how McGregor brought MMA to Ireland? So in this case, Ilia Topuria is going to bring MMA to Spain without being Spanish. Think about that. He's going to bring MMA to Spain without being Spanish, or at least Spanish born, because he is Spanish but not Spanish born. But besides the point, this fight, I'll give it, I'll put my chips on Ilia, of course, because that's my favorite fighter. And I'll say 70-30. I'm going all in. Or not all in, but I'm going 70-30. Well, I'm giving Josh Emmett 30 because, let's not forget, I think he's in the top 5 in featherweight. He's a top 5 ranked. He definitely has a lot of experience. And the thing about Josh Emmett, if you start, exchanging hands with him, that can cost you a lot, because Josh Emmett has knockout power. This guy he's a machine. Literally, this guy is a machine. The thing about Josh Emmett, he is an elite fighter. I'm not saying he's not. Just that there's nothing about Josh Emmett that, makes me like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, every top fighter has their thing, like Israel Adesanya has a striking that's like, he's like a ninja. You have Khabib at his time, that he was known for his wrestling. You have Khamzat Chimaev, that he's known for his wrestling and finish. Like, there's guys out there that they're known for that thing. Sean O'Malley, he's known for his entertainment and his striking. Conor McGregor was known for his counter punches. So Josh Emmett, he's not known for like anything. He's like meh. He's like a 7 at everything, except perhaps his like durability. He's a very durable fighter, and I'll give his knockout power like an 8 out of 10. But apart from that, like, Josh Emmett he's not really talented, but this guy shows that, you know, without having talent, you can still get at the top. So that's why I have massive respect for Josh Emmett. He's an absolute veteran. He's an 18-3. Like, for someone who's not, you know, insanely talented, that's insane. Like, I can't get that. You there watching, you know, you can't get that. Like, he's top 5 in the world. Like, I'm not top 5 at anything in the world. Neither are you if you're watching this. Sorry if I broke your feelings, but you know it's true. But besides the point, like, I'm not here to give you guys crap. I'm here to, like, pretty much talk about this fight. I believe that this fight, they both, I think Ilia's a little bit taller, if I'm not mistaken. I think Josh Emmett's like 5'6", and Ilia Topuria is 5'7", 5'8", and I think Ilia Topuria might have more weight on him because of, you know, the height advantage. But Ilia Topuria is not a small guy, actually. Like, he's short, but he has a lot of muscle. I saw his, like, vlogs, because he has vlogs about, you know, his camps on his YouTube channel, which is fire. You guys should definitely, if you guys speak Spanish, you guys should definitely tune in to this guy's vlogs. Amazing. And you can see that Ilia Topuria walks around 82 kilos, which I believe that's like around 180 pounds, which for a featherweight, man, that's a big guy. So because I think a featherweight weighs around, walking like 170 or 175, around there, or maybe even 165. But Ilia Topuria is a big dude, and it's insane how much he cuts, because even walking at 180, you can still see his, like, abs, you know, very defined. But this fight, how will it take place? This fight, what I think has to happen, and what I do believe will happen, is that there's going to be a finish in Ilia Topuria's favor. Why? Because Yair Rodriguez pretty much submits Josh Emmett, and Yair Rodriguez is not even a grappler. This guy, I think he's a blue belt. If a Taekwondo specialist who just got his blue belt submits Josh Emmett, what do you think is going to happen when a Greco-Roman wrestler? Josh Emmett has wrestling background, but Ilia Topuria's wrestling is another level. So think about that. A Greco-Roman wrestling background plus a black belt in jiu-jitsu. This guy's going to smash him in the first round, I think. And if it's not in the first round, it's going to be in the second round. But Ilia Topuria is going to smash this guy, and he has to. And I believe that this fight will be a statement. If he can finish Josh Emmett, this is going to be a statement fight that will, you know, propel Ilia Topuria to pretty much either have one more fight or go for it, go for the belt. Ilia Topuria is a championship fighter. He's a future contender, but he's a championship type of fighter. And I dare to say that when he wins this fight, hopefully he fights Volkanovski. And I'm telling you, you know how Brian Ortega almost submitted Alexander Volkanovski? Can you imagine what Ilia Topuria will do? That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to go too ahead of myself because, again, this is my favorite fighter. But putting my bias aside, I get why some people, you know, don't just go put their chips for Ilia, because he hasn't fought, you know, a top guy. He fought a contender, a prospect. He fought a prospect in Bryce Mitchell, and he molded him. He smashed him. He dominated him in every single aspect of mixed martial arts, in standing and wrestling and grappling. But he's never fought a top 5. Josh Emmett has that experience, that he's fought, you know, higher ranked guys. But I'm gonna tell you this, Ilia Topuria, he's like a polarizing fighter to watch, and he's another level. I'm telling you, this guy, he reminds me of like Islam and Khamzat Chimaev. They have that, you know, winner's mentality, like, I'm giving my life for this. Either I die or I win. So for that reason, I have Ilia Topuria as a winner by submission. That's pretty much my take for this fight. Let me know if you guys agree with what I said about my prediction for this fight, and comment down below who do you think is gonna win this fight. And yeah, I can't wait for this fight, honestly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out.